Got it.
Good morning, good night, good evening, whatever time
Good
of
evening.
and
Good morning.
good morning. And Roger and Chakra welcome a very special alien on board this flight, the flight of the
Yes.
aliens. And this is the alien that took flight from his alienation, and we want to know his story. This is exactly why we have you here as a guest today, Ajesh. And to our audience, well, as you know, we had promised you a bonus episode on this show on our whole alienation and alien series. And we thought we'll bring you the best possible guest for this. And
Okay.
guest, Mr. Ajesh Sharma, you too are in the cockpit with us. So we are, this is the flight of the aliens. Welcome everybody. And we will start with a song.
Cool. Oh my goodness. That's a band I did not see when they came live to Calcutta in 1978. Yeah.
I know. When did they come?
I think must have been 78, 79, because I think first year of university and I was too poor to go to the show, but I told everybody about it. So everybody else went.
You were too poor to go to the show. We were all too poor to go to shows at that time, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I remember telling everybody else about it. I don't know how I found out. And I told everybody else about it. And they all went.
No, I don't know this band.
And
I'm pretty sure I wasn't even born.
You must follow this band. This is Magna Carta. This band came and went before your time. And I thought, as this is the flight of the aliens, what better than the airport song as our background music?
Song. Sitting in the airport lounge waiting for a plane.
Absolutely, I'm going to check out this band.
Yes, we are not in the lounge anymore. We are actually on the flight, and this flight has taken off very smoothly because we have our own little private airport. Of course, this private airport is brought to you by Zoom, and we are allowed only 40-minute flights, but that's okay. Now, alien, tell us, guest alien, please tell the host aliens about the first time you felt like an alien.
Oh my God. Where do I start? Probably, I don't know, probably when I was like 12, 13, maybe. And I felt like I was starting to drift away a little bit from the kind of music that people were listening to, the kind of books they were reading. And it just went on from there. And then, of course, once I saw the movie Woodstock, it just completely blew me right away into a different corner of the world completely. And I think about shortly thereafter, I think it must have been about a couple of months later that my brother brought over an album of Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. And that was just like, whoa, I'm gone. And that was it.
That was it.
And ever since, those two things came right within like space of a few months. And that was it. I was gone. So yeah, that was my moment.
Woodstock hit the Calcutta screen. It was there for a week. I saw it on the 19th of March, 1971.
I don't remember the dates.
At
but yeah.
And I was 13 plus. So how old were you then?
I was probably like 12, 13 too. Probably. I'm what, a couple of years, year and a half younger than you. So yeah, about that.
When were you born?
60.
Okay, so you were even younger, 60 August, right?
Yeah.
26th of August.
Oh God, everybody knows that now.
Yes, thanks to your, see, Roger, Ajesh has this, please follow Ajesh. And if you would like
I definitely will.
if you would like to contribute something to the irregular, slow word birthday month.
Birth month.
Sorry, birth month. Then your birth month is August 1960. So we'll have to rewind. We'll have to turn back time to 1960 then if it's your birth
Yeah,
month.
we can have our own little celebration.
We'll have yes, in fact, but then you must check this out. Ajesh always asks me to contribute, and I'm always running to Alipur court or running here, there, and everywhere, or dealing with my neighbors who are bringing stuff down on my head, and I never end up actually doing this. But this time I'm going to do it. This time I'm determined to do this.
Good. Absolutely. You should.
I mean, I can't tell you how overjoyed I am, Ajesh, to be talking to you here on this show.
It's been a while.
You know where Roger lives, Ajesh? Roger, please tell Ajesh about where you live.
I live in Uttarpada. It's as Chakra said, it's pretty much closer to your place, I guess.
Which part is this?
Your place is Chandan Nagar, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's not my place, technically.
Roger,
it's my sugar buddy.
Our little background in Hooghly district and your own personal background over there. Your Shoshur Bari is out there. And our Shoshur Bari for a year and a half was there in Rishra.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes. We were persecuted and
where we met the Tik-Tiki, the famous Tik-Tiki.
We had several Indian mothers-in-law who were persecuting us there. So it's quite a tale. And I'm writing a book about that, I think.
I am,
really?
yes. Yes. I did finish that chapter about the Peter Man.
The Peter Man is watching this show, incidentally.
Yeah. That episode is in the book already.
And what does Peter Man think of it?
Oh, I haven't shown him. I haven't talked to him, about it, and I haven't shown it to anyone yet. But just. Has
Peter Man read your books?
No, it's not. I don't think it's been out.
No, not the Peter Man book, but has Peter Man run? See, we have a friend called Peter Man, Roger. Roger, are you with us? Roger's frozen. Roger, you are frozen. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, around now. Okay, now the great Canadian thought. Now Roger has thought.
Yeah, please tell me about it. I mean, I'm a sucker for tales, so I'm gonna keep quiet for almost the entire conversation. I'm gonna listen to your stories,
Please keep quiet. Please indicate that you're alive. So
but naming no names.
Well,
we had a colleague.
But we have a friend called Peter Man. And,
we call him Peter Man now.
And I advise you to read the book as soon as Ajesh brings it out. Ajesh, please tell us about the book, which the Critics' Choice book, because
which one? So I got 5 manuscripts on the go right now, plus one play that was published, which you've read. Chakra.
Yes, and I love that play.
It was a difficult one to write. Took me 4 years to write. And then another 2 years to say, should I not, before I hit publish. And it's been out there for a while, 2017, December, I think it went out. And I've been working on a paperback edition, and then I showed somebody the preface to the second edition, the printed edition. And 2 different people read it. Both said, call me right now. What the hell do you mean by writing the preface like this? Apparently, I was apologizing for writing the book in the first place. So they both had this.
Who were these people? Hey, the Canadian freeze got you, Ajesh.
Yeah, Ajesh got frozen.
Ajesh, you're frozen. Here you are. Come. What happened? Were you practicing with the life jacket or something?
No, my internet just
We suddenly found you
went on.
disappearing from
It
the
just
feed, so we got a little alarmed.
no, for the last night, it kickstarted this whole interruption in the service. Normally, it's fairly stable, and because I don't believe in wireless, I have wires running through here.
You don't
This is on.
believe in wireless. It sounds like wireless is a god.
No Bluetooth, no wireless if I can help it.
As in why? Any particular reason?
It's just black magic, right? It doesn't work. More often than not, it doesn't work.
So we are not discussing black magic, but I too was not bothered about wireless. I have a landline, but I have a Wi-Fi on that landline.
Oh,
yeah. So that's your that's your BSNL black magic. So we have a landline.
I have. So this house actually has multiple devices running on it, like 40, 50 different devices.
Oh, 40, 50 devices.
Oh, yeah. I have a NAS system here, 2 NAS systems here. I got TVs, I got sound systems, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing runs off the internet.
This?
Sorry?
What do you do with all this?
I got files, I got photographs, I got movies. My music is on there, so I can listen to it wherever I am. Whether it's on my
also
phone.
had a day job. How did that give you time to do all this?
You set it up once, it's a one-time effort, and then you set it up.
So you've set this up once, and there it goes. It goes on forever.
Yeah.
Doesn't crash, doesn't break down.
It breaks down once in a while. If you have a brownout, if there's an ice storm outside, it'll crap out, and then it'll tell me that the drives are offline, and then it'll come back on again.
But otherwise, you are happy.
More or less, yeah. I think the internet service in Canada generally is sucky. We pay too much for phones and internet.
Okay.
It's probably one of the most expensive countries in the world for internet and phones. But anyway, back to Pyramid.
Back to Peter and back to Alienation. Because you and I had a kind of epiphany at the same time over the same movie, and it was a turning point in both our lives. And perhaps that's what we sensed in each other, though we didn't know it, when we met as fellow aliens in a situation we were both alienated from in our job.
Yeah, it was actually difficult. Those 2 years were very difficult. Firstly, the work was demanding in the sense that, not really demanding in sense of getting the work done, but in just the general running around, the hours you spend traveling, living in hotels. I spent a lot of time living in hotels in those 2 years.
Oh, yes. I was sick in one of those hotels.
Yeah, it was just, from really crappy hotels, some of them. And then I would spend like 30, 40 days in a stretch, which that's what got me down eventually. At the end of the day, it was just too much. The rare occasions I came back into the home office, there were guys who says, "Who's this new guy?" And then they'd say, "No, he's not a new guy. He's been around forever. But we just don't see him." So yeah, I remember Munna asking.
They wouldn't let you stay in the office. I mean, if they saw you, you were caught hold of and packed off on a call to some godforsaken place. You see, Roger, what I was talking about?
The situation was pretty much same back then as well.
Yes. So you see, we were together, we were colleagues for 2 years. We had a lot of adventures too, because as we both felt so alienated, we bonded over these little adventures, like running away from a tik-tiki. I don't know what Ajesh would have done had he seen a cat in that sweet shop.
But that time I didn't know that cats were bad for me, right? It was later on that I discovered.
You might have said, "Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty," and we might have shared our shande.
Maybe, yeah. Could have.
See, a cat assaulted Ajesh. Roger.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
it
My
was
kittens
actually,
assault me every day. Every day.
they assault you
yeah,
every day, but they are your cats. This was an alien cat. So how would
yeah,
you
this,
feel if an alien beast invaded your territory and attacked you? That's what happened to Ajesh.
yeah, that, so we
Consistently
rented
and
for a
attacked
brief
him
moment.
every single day.
It was something else. That cat was actually dangerous because it decided that it's going to come into our flat. And we lived on the ground floor in Lake Gardens for about a year or so. And every
Okay.
day it would show up there, and every day we chased it out. And then eventually I said, you know what, this is getting too much. I can't tolerate this cat walking in every single day. And we couldn't shut the windows because it's Calcutta, right? So you have died
Yep.
in the heat inside.
Makes sense.
So I bought nylon rope and I did nylon rope all over the window grills, etc., to make sure the cat couldn't squeeze through.
Tell me, how did your corporate job give you time to put nylon rope on the grills?
That's
Because,
that's a whole different
because
story.
Sunday to Sunday you were working, right?
Sunday, yeah, it was a Sunday, yeah.
It was a Sunday,
So
but
yeah,
on Sundays we would go to Rishra, right? If I remember right.
Sundays did we go to Risha? Perhaps, I don't
No,
know. I was called.
we didn't go to Rishra. On Sundays, we would be dragged out of our beds to go somewhere else for another call.
Yeah, yeah. I
Roger,
think Sundays were
Roger,
generally
never get
lighter
into
than
this.
normal.
Never get into this, whatever the temptation. Get the point?
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
you know. Now, actually, this flight is an indoctrination session for you also. In addition to being an induction session.
That I've had, you know,
You don't.
and that was so much sugar coated, you know. It was really
What was sugar coated?
the induction session that, you know, the corporate threw for me.
Oh, okay. Ajesh was asked sugar coated. No.
Uh, you know what? Like the passage of time, let's put it this way, okay? You can look back upon it and if not laugh outright, you can say, yeah, whatever, and it's gone.
It's
You know,
gone. Yes, it's gone.
it's
It
over.
can't, at
Yeah.
any rate, it can't come back.
Hopefully, God help. No.
God,
Like
God
it's
has
gone for good.
No.
gone for good. Yes, because we are
Yeah.
now writers, musicians, and people at large looking for work.
Yeah.
And
We're
looking
quite large around the middle. Yeah.
and no, you don't have to show us the middle. Zoom has a lot of advantages. We can't see anybody's middle or anything else. So
No, that's true.
we all just have to keep guessing what we are wearing.
No, I think
I
the
won't
thing is that, you know, it's been 40 years since I started working. And in 40 years now, there's a lot has happened, a lot has moved on. I don't think I'm going back to work, even though I'm available. But I don't think I'm actually going back to work anytime soon. And in any case, I'm off again in August for a month traveling.
This is your birth month sojourn somewhere.
This is my birth month. Yes, I'll be hiking the trails on my birthday, apparently.
Oh,
So
which trails are you hiking now?
I I think I'm going to the Grand Canyon.
I
So,
didn't know you were a hiker.
not really. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a hiker, but you know, this has been one of the last few things I wanted to do in the U.S. The U.S. is not one of my favorite countries. Let's put it this way. Okay.
So you want
Yeah.
to finish whatever you have to do with the US and get rid of.
Yeah, I think the Grand Canyon was something that was sitting out there as something we should probably go. But you know, we had an excuse because we have a wedding to attend in California, just a few hours away from there. So we said, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity. Do the wedding, do the Grand Canyon. We added on a few other things to it, like Zion National Park in Utah and Bryce Canyon, etc. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll walk around a bit, and then we'll.
Now Michael Lang is dead and gone. So
Yeah,
Want to go
unfortunately.
and pay your respects to him. Please tell Roger about Michael Lang.
All right.
Michael Lang,
Michael Lang.
I ran into him.
Please tell Roger who he is.
Oh, okay. So Michael Lang is the guy who created with Artie Kornfeld. The two of them created the Woodstock, the actual concert back in '69. Okay.
You ran into him.
He died. Well, he was an old guy now, I guess older than me now. So he was very young at that time. I think he was like 22, 23-year-old. And so he and his buddy decided to set up this festival. And so that was the original Woodstock Festival, 300,000 people, all that kind of fun stuff.
1969.
So, yeah. So what happened in 2012 was I had a break between jobs. So I said, you know what, let's go to Washington Museum, see my niece who lives there. And, on the way, we can spend a couple of nights in the Catskills. And my wife said, yeah, sure, that sounds great. But how far is it from Woodstock? I said, yeah, she knows me quite well now. So we went to Woodstock, the site. And Woodstock the Woodstock concert was not held in Woodstock. It was held in Bethel, New York.
Okay.
So we went there, and what they've done is they've taken the Max Yasker's farm and they've built a kind of a park out of it. So you can actually walk down to there. They've got a museum. They've got a concert stage kind of thing, open air thing that they have concerts on. And the area where they actually had the concert, with the kind of rolling hills kind of thing, that's just free grass. You can go stand over there. So I went there, took all the pictures and blah, 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 bought the t-shirt, came back for lunch just outside the place. And this guy shows up and walks past me, smiled at me, and he sits down at his table and he has his dinner with some couple of other ladies and a little kid. And then he gets up and he walks away, and he smiles at me again and he walks away. And I said, oh crap, that's Michael Lang. So that's my celebrity encounter.
After he walked away, it was, oh crap, that's Michael Lang.
Yeah. So I went and spoke to his mom and his wife. I told them about my love for Woodstock and
But he had fled by then, leaving his mom and wife.
He left. Yeah, he drove off. And after he drove off, I said, wait a minute, that was Michael Lang. So, yeah, but he was, like I saw him in the movie where he's 23 and now you're looking at a 60-year-old. So, it's a bit different.
Yes. And you spoke to his wife and mom. They didn't.
I spoke to them.
They hung around there.
They were still having there because there was a kid there, I think some 10-year-old.
So Michael Lang was in a great hurry to escape.
I think he had a book signing. So what he was doing is he had a book out and he was going back to the museum where he was signing books. And his mom said, yeah, that was Michael Lang. You want to go back?
And here it comes again.
Here it comes again.
Right.
Ajesh, unfreeze.
I think the disruption is happening once again.
I think, Roger, you are really enjoying this chat, right?
I am. You know that I'm a sucker for tales and stories.
Yes, and you love Woodstock and you love those old days and that kind of music. So it means a lot to you. So you really got a surprise alien here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw the movie when you were probably 12 or 13, and
he's 1960 means he was like closer to a little over 10. Come on. 1960
and
March, if he saw it, unless he saw it in the second run, I don't know. It came back again after some time, but then he would have been 10 plus, and that's a fantastic age to, to get alienated.
I got introduced to the movie when I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. That's when I saw the movie. It was Farouk.
Okay, here comes Ajesh again.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet really, I don't know.
Michael Lang seems to have kidnapped you, saying, why didn't you run to the museum to meet me? See, now I'm dead. You can only meet my ghost.
Wow, too bad.
Oh, well,
yeah, but I'm generally not into celebrities, and I don't go chasing after celebrities.
yes.
And I think the only other celebrity thing that I've done or met is Vijay Amritraj. I met him once in Pioneer Sports. You know Pioneer Sports in Calcutta?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he'd come there for some tournament, and he'd getting his rackets restrung or something, and so we ran into him there. But that's the only other celebrity I've met.
Okay. Okay. Well, I once ran into Victor Banerjee.
Yeah?
I was in a taxi and I was going down Loudon Street, and this guy was loitering there. For some
He
reason,
lived there.
he was loitering there, and he wasn't. I mean, celebrities have their day and their time. There are certain phases when nobody really bothers them, nobody recognizes them. So he was enjoying his little bit of time standing over there. And I was passing by, and there was the usual Loudon Street jam, where, traffic to this day inches along Loudon Street. So I was stuck in that jam, and here was Victor Banerjee. And I sort of looked out of the window, and then he started grinning, and then I started grinning, and we had this, 30-second grin fest, and then the signal came, and the cab moved on. And then when the cab moved off, he gave this tiny little wave. I mean, he wasn't going to attract attention, but he saw that I had spotted him. So, it was cute, kind of.
Yeah. So I think the only other celebrity thing I did, which I got a lot of flack for, is visit Stratford on Avon. Wives like, why are we coming here? Why? Shakespeare's dead. We don't even know he existed. Why are we coming here? I think, whatever. It's Shakespeare. Come on. We learned English from him.
Okay. And what happened then? You met
Nothing happened. We went, we took pictures, and they said we want 32 pounds each to go in to see the place where he was supposedly born. And given that we don't know that such a guy,
nobody knows whether it's him, who it is, or whether it's even anything inside. But you pay 32 pounds. Great.
I did not. I'm a notoriously cheap person. So I said, you know what? I'm not paying 32 pounds each. That's 64 pounds with the 2 hours.
Notoriously cheap.
So we did not go in. We stood over there and said, yeah, take my picture here, and move on. So then we drove over to the Hathaway cottage, right? And then they wanted another 30 pounds each to go in to the gardens and see the house and all that. I said, okay, take my picture here, let's go. So yeah, that's what we did.
So that's what you did.
Yeah.
That was your closest encounter with Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is really a wonderful conversation. It's, I mean, where are we freewheeling to now? You must have had some severe alienation that made you take flight, because this show is entitled "This Alien Took Flight."
So yeah, well, the thing is that people. I'll give you an example. Okay, people ask me, where are you from? And I have no answer for that. Where am I from? Like, I can never answer that question, because I was born in New Delhi or Old Delhi, Karol Bagh. We left when I was
is New Delhi.
Okay, whatever. For me, it's Old Delhi.
It's original.
Some part of Delhi. So then when I was like 6, we went to Ahmedabad. We stayed there for 3.5 years or something. And then I came to Calcutta when we were like 69, when we were at the height of the Naxalite problems, right?
Okay.
So,
that was a very strange time to arrive in Calcutta, right?
Yeah, not by choice. My dad got a promotion and was transferred. So we came.
Okay.
Yeah. So the problem was that because of the Naxalite problem, we were told, and we didn't speak the language. We didn't know the culture. We didn't know anything. It was the first time we were being there. And we were all told that don't go out, there's violence on the street. So, what's a 9-year-old going to do? He's going to sit over there and read. And luckily for me, my dad had a fabulous collection of books. So I spent, I think, from grade 4 to grade 10, 6 years, I spent reading. And if that's not alienation, I don't know why. I had no friends outside of, I went to school, I met some people, and I came home and I read. That's all I did. And I dreamed. So daydreaming and reading were my two major occupations. And
daydreaming, dreaming. We are the dreamers, right?
Different people call it different things. I prefer to call it daydreaming because I'm notoriously poor at following through. And that's something else that, various employers have made me go through these personality profiles to figure out how to deal with me. And in some of those things, it clearly shows up that this guy is innovative, he'll influence people, but don't ask him
your
to
employers abroad, because employers in India are Buddhu.
No, trust me, it's the same everywhere. They're just as Buddhu here. Yeah. It's the same. There's no difference.
It's just a lot of show then, personality tests. They get hold of it from someone. They just use it on you, on the appless.
I have a file in that drawer there somewhere with some like 6 or 7 different profiles.
And 6 or 7 different personalities that they found.
They said, this guy cannot be trusted to be follow through. He's not conscientious, not steady, not conscientious. That's the defining thing. So if you ask me to run a department and do this same thing over and over again, I'm done. I can do it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 3 months at the outside. But after that, I'm gone. Over the hills, I'm gone. So that is a problem.
Do you think it's a problem?
I think it is. I think I could have done with a little bit more steadiness, a little bit more conscientiousness. I think I could have done with it. It would have helped. I think it has let me down, for sure.
Conscientious sounds like such a moralistic word. Would you use a different word there?
Follow through, I guess. I can't do regular things. I can't chase people down. I won't file what I have to file.
People down.
I cannot do checklists of things. I've tried so many things. I cannot run checklists and say done, 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 and I can't do that. I can't make lists and I can't follow through.
Yes. Now, chasing people makes me think, why do people need to be chased?
Well, some people, there are people and there are people again, right? So there are some people who are waiting to be told what to do for a number of reasons. It could be that they themselves are not aware of what needs to happen, or they're too scared to make the decision to do something by themselves, right?
Right.
Maybe they've been burnt in the past. They took initiative and somebody, slapped them, why did you do this kind of thing? So it's better that I just sit back, relax, and let someone tell me what to do, then I'll do it. If they don't tell me, I won't do it. So, there are people who are just waiting to be led, I guess is the way, which is a whole different thing entirely.
A personality problem then.
So I don't like these personality problems. I don't like these personality profiles that people put together, because what it does is it labels people.
Right.
Exactly.
It labels people.
That's another thing all three of us are alienated from, the labels.
Yeah,
now,
I just don't like that.
You were saying something?
No. I'm just listening for this session. I'll ask my questions later.
Okay, because Zoom is about to throw us out. If Zoom tells us 2 minutes, then Zoom will throw us out unceremoniously. So I suggest we take a coffee break, or whatever, a nightcap break for you, Ajesh, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll save this.
Absolutely.
Roger is going to